It's better to give than to receive. You've probably heard that many times in your lifetime. And usually, people say they're quoting Jesus when they say that. However, is that really what Jesus said? Is that what Jesus meant? I've spent my lifetime studying the Aramaic texts and ancient Hebrew and Greek and trying to get a sense of what Jesus was really trying to say. And that particular phrase, I discovered, was more accurately translated, it's as good to give as to receive. It's as good to give as to receive. Not better. And the opposite is true, is also being implied by that statement. It's as good to receive as it is to give. And in fact, what I've discovered in my life is that if we don't learn how to receive, we won't have anything to give. When I was in my 20s, I went hiking with a friend in the woods in New Hampshire, and we went to a place called the Seven Sacred Pools where Native Americans did healing. And he jumped off a cliff, and he came up out of the water after jumping off the cliff, and his arm, his hand, and wrist was injured, was swollen. Bone was sticking out. And he came over to me, and he plopped his arm down on my lap, and he said, "Hey, you did this spiritual workshop this last weekend, right? So heal it." Well, I had done a Reiki weekend, and I did the weekend to meet new friends, not to become a healer. But nonetheless, he was convinced that I could heal his hand. So I put my hands on his wrist, and I said a prayer, which I had developed since childhood, and it's the way I prayed to God. And the essence of it was, God, you got me into this, you get me out. God, you got me into this situation, please, you get me out. And I said that prayer, which had worked very well before in my life, and I was expecting a thunderstorm or something else or to interrupt the situation, and my friend would forget about healing his wrist, and I would get out of that awkward situation of being asked to heal somebody's injury. Well, that's not what happened. What happened was that Spirit spoke to me at that moment. My hands got very, very hot, like an iron, and then I heard Spirit say, "Keith, you and your friends have gotten really good at letting go, but you're lousy at letting in. You and your friends have learned how to let go of old thoughts and unwanted beliefs and limiting ideas and trauma. But you haven't been very good at learning how to let in life's bounty, life's abundance, life's goodness, love, energy, allowing, magic, miracles." And I couldn't argue with Spirit. It was true. I hardly let anyone help me do anything in life. And so Spirit said, all you need to do is relax your grip, let go, and allow yourself to receive the energy of the canyon, the energy, divine energy of God, of Spirit. So that's what I did. And as I did that, the heat got more intense, and then it went away, and his wrist healed. After that, he became a healer the rest of his life. He's still doing it around the world, and I became a healer after that incident. And what I learned since then, I've continued to open to learning how to receive help, assistance, love from all around me, from everything in life. Spirit concluded the little transmission to me that day by saying, your only job the rest of your life is to learn how to receive. So that's what I've been doing. I'm doing an okay job at it. Every day I see more areas, more people, more situations where I could let myself receive support and energy, healing, abundance, aliveness, magic. And in fact, what I've learned is if you don't learn to receive, if you're not constantly receiving and filling up, you have nothing to give. And it's in that constant willingness to receive assistance, to be connected with all life and let it feed you and fuel you, that you'll always have an overabundance to share with others. In fact, one thing I've learned is you don't even have to go out into the world, you don't even have to do anything to be sharing with the world, to be giving. Because as you fill up, the natural, by the law of attraction and the natural physics of the universe, people are receiving that radiation, that emanation from you of enjoyment, blessing, allowance, spirit. So let's all help each other to learn to fill up and keep filling up so that we always have an overabundance to share with others.